Hey guys, this is Fire Elemental here, and today we're going to be doing the Mystic Dispersion discussion. So, for those of you who don't know about Mystic Dispersion, which is very few of you, but for the sake of conversation, we're going to go over it. So, what Mystic Dispersion is, it's in a way like Spite, the node introduced in, I believe, Coulson's Challenge, where essentially when their buff expires, you get a boost, a energy from it. So for those of you who don't know what Spite is as well, and that's all we're gonna really go into, otherwise it's just gonna spiral downwards, is when you get a buff, they get energy. So let's say your opponent gets an armor up, right? You either nullify it or it expires. Well, Mystic champs will get a energy boost for it, equivalent to how many dissipate. Like if, especially when you're facing a Groot or facing Silver Warrior, that can be 4 or up to even 16 uh, buffs at once, usually pushing you to your third special. So we're going to be showing what Mystic Dispersion at rank 5 and from popular discussions, what's the best but cheapest way to keep Mystic Dispersion at. So uh, I believe that it's about 1,650 units or so to get Mystic Dispersion to rank 4, but then it's double that amount to get it to rank 5. So that's a big discussion. So the whole thing is, unless you're in a top tier AW, is Mystic Dispersion worth it at rank 5 instead of rank 4 or even arguably rank 3? So we're going to be showing rank 4 Mystic Dispersion and comparing it with rank 5 by doing this quest with Silver Warrior. So as you can see, we're going to see how much, see that was over almost a bar and a fourth or so of boost from 4 armor ups. So you can imagine how this works with dexterity in AW. So that's going to be our main thing. A bar and a fourth, pretty much from 4 buffs is pretty much what it is. So we're going to be going over what it looks like at rank 4 in rank 5. So first, let's go to this description of it. Right now, since we have free masteries, I decided to try out a new AW thing while we have a war against MMXIV today. So I have Coagulate on for the what do you call it? The PI boost. So what I did was I put Stun Reduction Limbo in action in hopes of just making my champs a little harder to hit. I'm not sure how well it works. Usually I just put them on Assassin instead of Limber, but I'm trying that out. I'm going to switch it over so it has Assassin later on, since we have free mastery resets. But so Mystic Dispersion rank 5. So 12% power for each beneficial event effect. So basically, when you face a let's say Groot in AQ, he can get like six physical resistance and 6 furies, right? Or I think that's along the lines. But basically, it's an equivalent of 12. So basically, you get 144% power, which is pretty much, unless you're able to use a special while you're gaining the power from the effects expiring, is an automatic third, which is in fact an automatic third if you use Ghost Riders first or any other cancellation type method. So I believe that it's 10%, 8%, or 10% at rank 4. Let's check really quick. 8%, yeah. So as you can see, it goes 2, 3, 5, 8. So 5% versus 12%. That's really a big difference. So of course, but that's only level 3. So the argue is 850 units, 1,650 units, 3,250 units. Of course, those aren't probably the right numbers. If anyone knows the right numbers, please post in the comments. I couldn't find them when I looked into this video really quick. We've been swamped with doing arena, so we haven't quite had the time, and I needed to get a video out here, and I've been wanting to do a Mystic Dispersion video for a while. So the main thing is it worth it for rank 4 versus rank 5? I personally am a huge fan of rank 5. Kabam will send in a lot of different buffs like armor up, but now they're taking an approach of more strategy type buffs like Bane or what is the current? What was the other one in Act 3 in Act 4? I think it was Buffett. I mean, sorry, Buffet. And there was the other one where basically when you get a buff, they gain health, and when they get a debuff, they gain health. So they're taking an approach of that method now. However, of course, we can still go around that. So basically what Mystic Dispersion will essentially do for AW defense is when they get dexterity, which isn't often, keep in mind. So Mystic Dispersion is more for AW defense than it is for offense, unless you're facing some of the lists. Civil War Black Panther, Civil Warrior, pretty much just all the types that can get Fury, so Crossbones is a big no in AW defense. Now, let's see. I believe all of MMXIV use Magique, especially because Limbo, Powerlock, Nullify, and, of course, Mystic Dispersion, in case there are any. The main AW defense of Hyperion will give you can nullify his power gain, and you'll get a 12% power from it. So that's one plus. However, there's also a cable. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. So there's cable and all that. So, oh yeah, that's right. We can't duel anyone over there. Okay, maybe I did just show number 3 on purpose, just to show. So we're gonna face Brutal DLX, his King Groot, because we have Mystic Dispersion on, and we're going to show how you can adequately use it. So of course he's stun immune after a few seconds, so we're gonna parry, swipe back, and we already got to 12% power from that. So if we parry again, well, we'd have to parry again. There we go. It'll go into regen, nullify, and then it's just a normal champ for I believe 7 more seconds. So then we're going to go into power lock. Well, ideally you'd land the power lock and then he'd be dead, but you know, that didn't quite work. So as you can see, Mystic Dispersion can push you to the essential special, the essential, not essential, essential, special, oh god, special that you need to use. Now, it's just not it's just not King Groot that can make a difference either. You can also use it for Mordo. And wow, that's a high boosted Mordo. Wonder why it's boosted so high. What are you doing that it needs a boost like that? Man. Maybe it's just a suicide setup. But as you can see, it's especially useful for Mordo. Because ready? Look at those Furies about to expire. There we go. That was nice. Oh, more? Why, you shouldn't have. There we go. Oh, still got a little bit of kick in you, huh? I'm surprised Limbo didn't kill him. Oh well, learn something new every day. Oh, it's the power lock that was giving him strength. I see now. Alright, well, we got hit 5 times. No big deal, though. But basically, that shows you how essential you need a Mystic Dispersion. However, like we said before, rank 4 versus rank 5, difference of half the cost. So we're going to recover these points, also because we don't need a stun reduction at rank 5, that's for sure. So we're going to add these on really quick and get Assassin at rank 5 for AW defense as well at the same time. So we're doing I'm just adding the quick ones really quick. Hence the reason why I said quick ones. We're still adding Mystic Dispersion on, despite us not having a Mystic Dispersion champ on our AW defense, but that's because we got 2 days and 4 hours left on the boost, and frankly, I don't see a reason not to put them on, because I don't want to forget or not have the time to not have my usual setup, and that would not be too good. So, let's see, here we go. This one, in my opinion, is really good for AW defense. Power gain, there we go. I like to have them all at rank 2. I usually like to have this thing at rank 3 because if they have a stun reduction on Juggernaut, it's quite a pain. But now we're going to have it at rank... Let's do it at rank 3, actually, really quick, just so we can show you rank 3 versus rank 4 versus rank 5. So let's go back and do all the same exact people, and let's see how big of a difference it makes. You're going to have to compare it yourself for the most part, but I'll do my best because I can't rewind it and show every little clip unlike you can. So like always, we're going to parry. Well, ideally we'll parry, but that didn't seem to work out. It looks like he's going to get down past his last fury before we can get in. So, nullify after this. There we go. So as you can see, last time I think we're almost at our second right now. So that's a big difference. It's almost half, so. But there we go. Basically the same equate. So, perhaps using a rank 4 Majik isn't the best because she kills them anyway, but hopefully by now you can get the point of how imperative having Mystic Dispersion is. No, I can't say it's imperative. It's more of a very nice luxury. I got it back in my grinding days when I was grinding, I believe it was 100 hours a week was the most I clocked at. Let's see, so it's at rank 4 now. So we're going to face him again with the rank 4 Mystic Dispersion. And then I'm just going to set it at my usual masteries. So now let's do a Mordo. What? What? Oh, yeah, that's right. We dueled this guy because higher PI. Alright. So, we're almost done with this vid, but I'm thinking of trying out something entirely stupid, so make sure to look for the next video, because I have an idea of what to do, but I've never tried this before, and I can't think of a better time than with masteries being free. Let's just say it's suicide. Yeah, I like that hand. That's good. Alright, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the comparison between the different ranks of Mystic Dispersion. Let me know in the comments what Mystic Dispersion level you use and the reason why. And if you don't use Mystic Dispersion at all, I highly suggest you start. For Tier 1 AW defense, the main ones will consist of Hood, Dormammu, Hyperion, Civil War Black Panther. Let's see, Dormammu, Mordo, of course. I think I got most of them. Oh, I'm not sure if I said Juggernaut or not, but Juggernaut, of course. So, notice how many of those were Mystic types. If you didn't, rewind, and notice how many were Mystic types. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and this is Fire Elemental, signing out, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.